How's it going, guys? Kyle here with Awesome Sauce News. Today I'll be taking a look at Lamptron's FC5 V2 fan controller. Now, as you can see from the front of the box, it does have 4 separate channels. They are dial knobs, and it does feature an LCD screen at the front. And you can see that screen actually comes in 7 different colors. So this is a pretty fancy controller. It's definitely not skimpy by any means. And you can see down here there are 30 watts of delivery per channel. So even if you have 2 fans that are, maybe take 12 watts each, you could actually hook 2 of those up to one of these channels and it would work perfectly fine. So it's not much else on the box. Oh yeah, it does come in 2 flavors. You've got a silver, kind of a silver metallic look right there, and then you've got an anodized black, or yeah, I think that's right. But the one I'm taking a look at today is the black one. So when I pop this guy open, and first thing is the user's manual. I won't get too much into that. I am the manual, guys. You don't need that thing. Here are some temperature leads. So you can actually hook up to 4 temperature leads, 1 per channel, and you would place these yellow ends at various places in your case, and you connect the other two, the other end, which is these 2-pin connectors, to your fan controller. And from there you can actually monitor the temperatures of various spaces within your chassis. They've also included some fan extension cables. So you can see they're nicely sleeved, black sleeved cables. Very nice touch. It's got some heat shrink on the ends there. And there you can see you've got some 3-pin extension connectors right there. It's very nice. And you've got a Molex power connector, of course. Your Molex is going to be what's powering this entire controller, and thus what is powering all the fans or other peripherals that are connected to it. And finally, almost forgot these. You've got some mounting screws. By the way, guys, this fan controller does fit in one of your 5 1/4 inch bays. Only takes up a single bay, and if this thing will focus, they're screws. Pretty sure most of you know what screws look like. And then here we've got a little jumper, a little tiny mini jumper, and I'm going to show you what that is in just a second. But here's the main event. This is the fan controller itself. Forgive the train horn passing by. But here it is. It's got a Lamptron FC5 little logo up there, and it's got a nice brushed aluminum design at the front. It actually looks very sleek. This does not look cheap at all. It looks very high-end. It'll look really nice in certain cases. I'm going to tell you right now, this isn't going to look great in any case out there. You're going to want one with a very sleek, maybe a more modern, minimalistic design. This thing would pop right in there. But it's all preference, people. Who am I to judge? But I also forgot to say, there's the LCD screen, obviously. Let me take this little guy off. Aww, that looks much better, doesn't it? Very nice. Alright, so the real stuff is happening back here. First off, you've got your Molex power connector, your 4-pin, that's 12 volt. And then you can, up top, it's kind of confusing with the PCB up here. There's so many little wires and stuff. But you can see you've got 1, 2, 3, and 4 3-pin fan connectors right there, 1 per channel. And pretty self-explanatory. You plug in your fans right there. And down here is where it gets interesting. So you can see there are 4 pins. Kind of hard to see because they have these mini jumpers on them. Let me take the jumpers off. Oh, I just took off all 3 at once. Skills. But there you go. You've got 6 pins, and just beneath them are labeled B, G, and R, or more commonly known as the acronym RGB. And yes, those do stand for blue, green, and red. So that's essentially how you control or change the color of your LCD output, is with these little jumpers, little plastic jumpers that I showed you, that I just took off. So essentially, if you wanted blue, you would put a jumper on the 2 pins that are labeled blue, or B. If you want green, you put it on the G. If you want R, you put it on the R. But get this, if you want purple, you put 1 jumper on the B, and then 1 jumper on the R. Just like that. And just likewise, you can do yellow with G and R. Is that right? Yeah. I mean, see, this all goes back to those Barney days when they would say, when you mix blue and red, you get purple. And you're like, I'm never going to use that information. But bam, here it is. So pay attention to your Barney, kids. So there, basically, you have it. There are 7 colors. I'm going to show those to you in just a second, so I'm not going to go through all the different combinations just yet. But over here are more leads. You can see it says select, right? You got 4 pins now, 2 jumpers, 1 on each, and you've got C and F just above those. So the C is for Celsius, F is for Fahrenheit. Basically, It's the temperature readout. There will be a temperature readout of your temp leads, right? And so you can either have them display in either Celsius or Fahrenheit. So if you wanted Celsius, you just have Celsius on there, just like that. And if you wanted Fahrenheit, you'd have the Fahrenheit jumper on. But get this, guys. If you have both jumpers on, like I just did, or if you remove both of them, then essentially you switch to voltage mode. So instead of your LCD reading out the temperatures, let's say you don't want any temperature leads in your computer, or you just don't care about the temps in those areas, it'll actually revert to voltage mode. And from there you can actually see how much voltage you're putting out to each channel. So as you turn the knob, in theory, you'll see the voltage meter go up. That's very useful. But essentially next to that is the alarm. Come on, focus. There we go. There's the alarm, so if you have a lead on there, it'll basically enable your alarm. So if any of your temperature leads ever goes above 70 degrees Celsius, you'll hear a little beeping noise. It'll be like, hey, it's getting hot in here. And then you should probably tend to your computer in case it's on fire. Or if you don't want the alarm at all, you simply just leave the jumper off and it will disable that alarm. 8 pins up here. See that they're all labeled JS1, 2, 3, and 4. That's where your temperature leads go. So those 2-pin connectors I showed you on one end, they would plug into each of those, and that way you can monitor the temperatures, of course. So that's pretty much it. Here are the mounting points in your 5 1/4 inch bay. So why don't I get this guy all situated? I'm going to install it. Well, I'm not going to install it. I'm just going to power it up, maybe connect a fan or two to it, and we can take a look at what this LCD screen looks like when it's turned on. Alright guys, so I have the fan controller all hooked up now. It's currently running off of a Fractal Newton R3 600 watt modular power supply. Basically just had to jump it in order to get things started. But here you can see I've got a fan connected right here, and right now I'm in voltage mode, so the voltage is being displayed on the lower row while the RPM for the fans are on the top row. So right now, I don't know if you can tell, but if I crank this up, you'll see the voltage start to go up. And of course the RPM will go up as well. If I do it, I can't really tell. It's actually connected to this first channel is connected to an LED fan, so of course it'll also control the LED just because they're both wired to the same connection. But there you have it. And then this channel is a little bit different though. I actually took a 3-pin Y splitter, so I actually have 2 fans connected to this. They're 2 Corsair fans, and if I crank it up, you can definitely tell there's 2 fans because they're just super loud. Takes a little while, but and also you can see that the RPM readout is in increments of 10, but does seem to be fairly accurate. Oh man, that feels really nice. Nice cool breeze. Let me turn that down so I can hear myself think. And no fan is connected to this one, that's why there's 0 RPM and 0 voltage. But on the 4th channel, we have a voltage here, 4.8 volts, but there's no RPM. And you're wondering why. Why, Kyle? Why is that? Well, that's because I don't actually have it hooked up to a fan. I have that 4th channel is connected to this Bitphoenix Alchemy LED strip. And essentially I just wanted to demonstrate that you can also use this fan controller, and many fan controllers for that matter, to adjust your LED accents in your case. So you can see here if I crank the dial up, you can see the light. And of course you can go full blast, as bright as it can be. So I thought this was kind of cool, kind of neat to show off. I just wanted to demonstrate that. But there you guys have it. Let's show you guys some of the different colors of the LCD screen as I promised. Oh wait, no, I'm forgetting something. I wanted to show you guys like the temperature mode. So I'm gonna plug in some leads really quick, and I'll be right back. Alright guys, so I just plugged in 2 of the temperature leads and had to remove one of those mini jumpers. If you remember, you had to remove one or the other in order to get from voltage mode to either Celsius or Fahrenheit mode. And as you can see here, we've got a readout in degrees Celsius. The voltage has gone away, and there you have your temperatures for the 2 leads. Leads are pretty much in the exact same spot right now. They're underneath my desk. Seems pretty chilly down there. But with that said, why don't we take a look at some of the cool colors that this LCD can display. Alright guys, that is going to do it for this unboxing and overview. Once again, this has been Lamptron's FC5 V2 fan controller. I'm Kyle with Awesome Sauce News, and if you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.